Should be up and running. Let's go. Let's see. Alright. And we are back with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. But no, let's see. Didn't do the... I'm still going through Arilu's lab. And that's about it. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go.
I think I did it!
Let's see. The bodies in the murky liquid are likely remnants of unsuccessful experiments or failed attempts to save them. Hence why it's part of the old wing, I suppose.
Can't hide from me.
Fancy helmet. Helmet of camaraderie. What is this? The wearer of this helmet gets +1 morale bonus to armor class, but no more than 3 for each ally and 10 for regulars. Let me see. Headband of Alone Charisma. I think, yeah, give it to Sela. Or the horse. I'll give it to Sela. It's a +2. Oh, wait, no. It's the hat. There we go. The plume hat gives a +5 to max HP. But no one really needs that compared to what they have. Alright, cool. Alright, we'll save and keep going.
Godspeed.
You call?
Is there any way to even get to it without triggering the trap? I guess so.
Finished here. Is there more?
We'll save. Normally whenever that soundtrack plays, like something bad's about to happen. There it is. A couple of powerhouses.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Hit him with the bolt of justice. Uh-oh. Nothing but misses. Foreign bodies. Mendel, can you do anything? Nope. Stinking cloud. Alright, just disables. But nothing can't handle. Okay. Let's see. Alright, just keep heading down.
Can't hide from me.
The secret door side. Let's go through this. Some dead demons. Onyx.
Surrender or else!
Currently, I'm under the impression that I'm really letting Sela's lay on hands go to waste because I never use them. And as I usually say, not using an ability is pretty much the same as not having it. In here, just some stuff. Oh, all the notes. And there's that shadow demon that keeps making a run for it. Alright.
I'm curious.
Alright. And in here? The chaos does not look like the result of anything as deliberate as and controlled as a search. It is more likely that there was a fight here, or that everything was simply smashed. Alright. Save. And let's search here. If I'm gonna save now, I'll just...
I've embarrassed myself.
Nonsense. There is no embarrassment or shame in doing this. Load and get it done. Alright, neat.
Godspeed.
The magical barrier trembles from the power seething within it, power which seems hostile, disturbing, and dark. And in here, another crystal. Secret of great sorcery. Voynich used these and other similar crystals to keep a lab journal and record notes on her experiments. A pair of symbols on a facet at the bottom of the crystal indicates what precisely has been recorded in the crystal. And then a fancy heavy crossbow of degradation. Thundering burst. So d6 of thunder damage. And if you manage to crit, you'll deal an AoE and 1d10 of sonic damage. That's, and if you crit, all enemies in a 15-foot area make a reflex save or suffer 1 damage to intelligence per round for 1d6 rounds. Not the worst. No one in the party really uses crossbows though.
Let us press on.
Secret door. See, there's the same barrier. And behind the secret wall is... The room has more life to it than the other chambers in the lab, but even here rationality wins out over comfort. Old letter. The letters written on this decrepit paper are Sarkorian. Greetings, brothers and sisters in magic. If this message has fallen into your hands, then you, like me, practice arcane magic, disregarding the unjust and ruthless laws of our homeland. Nature has bestowed upon you a gift, allowing you to perform beautiful and wonderful deeds, which are rewarded only with persecution and suppression. Far too many innocent, talented people have been forced to hide like criminals, to live in fear and shield themselves with lies. Brothers and sisters, we have lived for too long under the yoke of outdated and misguided tradition. Enough is enough. The time for rebellion is now. The hour of our resistance has come. Let us rally our ranks, bolster the courage in our hearts, and speak out. Our voices must be heard. Are you not tired of living in fear, of jumping at every rustle in the night? It doesn't have to be this way. Together we can make the elders reckon with us. Together we can put an end to their tyrannical rule over us. Let them accept us and see us as people. Or if they try to subdue us by force, as before, let them prepare to feel our pushback. We will force them to overturn their meaningless, superstitious ban on arcane magic. We will make them see us as people, not as evil witches. We will destroy the cursed prison of Threshold and set free the innocents within, doomed to wretched and unjust imprisonment. We will save Sarkoris, but only together. I therefore urge anyone and everyone for whom freedom is worth rebelling and fighting for to join our alliance. Your brother in magic, Opal. If I remember right, that is the owner of, or the previous owner of the Ring of Summoning. Yep. And we got Kukri. A shock, flaming, corrosive, oh my god. Wow. This is awesome enough to make me want to respec. Shock, flaming, corrosive, cold iron, +3. Crits on an 18 through 20. So if I had the improved critical, it would crit on what? 19, 20, so 17, 16, so 15 through 20. Wow. Alright. See, note from Arilu's laboratory. The commander and his army walk up the high bank of the Westsellan River, where it draws near the border of the World Wound. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by wind or water. The sky hangs over their sharp edges and sickening bends, the shade of mercury on the horizon rising to dirty rust. As it arches above the soldiers' heads, it regains its familiar azure hue.
We march ahead.
Hold on. Out of curiosity, what was the... What was the perception check that found this door? Oh wow. I had a whole fight before that. Let's see, events. Let's see, anything on skill checks from events. Doesn't look like it. So it wouldn't be dialogue. Oh god. Skill checks are in combat. Even perception checks. Alright, never mind. It's not that big a deal. With that, since I don't have a way to get through the fog, we're pretty much done with this floor. On me, just pour me a nondescript fuzzy drink. Okay, let's see. And now we check out another one. What's in here? A vessel. Oh yeah. I decided to leave this thing alone.
Godspeed.
here we go. Old Crusader. Exhausted elf. Drowsy druid. Tortured angel. Let's go in. Old Crusader. Pump swings. Behind the barrier, frozen in what seems like a weakly glowing liquid or a magical glimmer, is a woman with long silvery hair. At her back you can see a single white wing and some kind of dark broken shadow. Haggard figures huddle around the woman. A dwarf in a ragged robe scarcely notices you. He sits on the floor, running his fingers over the leaves of the plant that is growing between the slabs, like one would normally stroke a beloved cat or dog. Next to him is the unmoving figure of an elf, who is covered in scars and doesn't take his eyes off you. The third member of the group is an old man with a long straggly beard who is dressed in old armor. He turns quickly to face you, brandishing a rusty sword. Who are you? Another conniving wretch who serves the traitor? Don't come any closer. Who are you? I have to answer to you now, do I? When you haven't even given your name? Who is the traitor you're referring to? The old man spits on the ground. That filthy witch Arilu. Betrayer of all mortal kind, murderer of Sarkoris. All the creatures here are her minions, her creations. Naturally, I'll choose the angel path. I came here with the blessing of the Herald of Iomade, the Lightbringer. I am seeking the angel Targona. The old man drops his sword in shock. Can this really be the sign from the goddess? The one I've been waiting for? You must be seeking our protectress. We don't know her name, but there is no other angel in this repulsive dungeon. The elf, who has been silent up to now, stands and says, So you're the foolhardy soul who's ended up here. Who are you? We're the only survivors. The only ones apart from the monsters and demons. I mean, the old fellow is a crusader. He ended up here accidentally around 20 years ago. He camped out in the ruins of the house, found the magic door and came through it, but of course he couldn't get out again. I'm one of the last who have been brought here by Arilu herself. She literally dragged me out of the demon's jaws, and I don't even know what she wanted me for. She kept me in a magical sleep most of the time, and then she lost interest in the laboratory. And the druid, that one making friends with the plants and the roots, he's been here since the very beginning. I think he's from Sarkoris, but he's half mad and wasn't a talker even back when I first met him. So we don't know his name or any other details about him. He grows food for us and he doesn't talk. He's the best neighbor you could hope for. The elf chuckles bitterly. Arilu left people alive down here? She just abandoned the place? That's right. She opened the cages, but sealed the way out from the outside. What else were you expecting from the architect of the world wound? Compassion and mercy? Sometimes I think that leaving us here was just another one of her experiments and we're just rats in a maze. So you've tried to get out of here? Countless times, by whatever means we could think of. Nothing worked. Maybe if we'd had a powerful cleric or spellcaster among us. Then again, it seems unlikely if Arilu imprisoned an actual angel down here so easily, doesn't it? The elf nods toward the unmoving winged woman. We can't even explore the whole laboratory. Some of the passages are blocked by barriers that only let demons through. How have you survived all this time? With difficulty. There were more of us before, subjects of Arilu's experiments, mortals and demons and other abominations. When she left and we were all freed, it was chaos. The demons killed everyone they could, and then they turned on each other. The mortals who survived set up a base here. The druid grew food for us. The others kept the demons at bay and tried to find a way out. New arrivals would appear rarely, unlucky travelers or reckless adventurers who ended up here by accident. As you can see, we're the only ones who survived. Point at the angel. What's wrong with her? We found her like this, and we couldn't break through the barrier. She must be sleeping, or at least immobilized. We call her the Protectress. A priest from Brevoy came up with the name. He used to be one of our brotherhood here, until the demons got him about 7 years back. We call her the Protectress because the angel's aura, even caged, protects us from the demons. This place is still crawling with them. We try not to stray too far from her. She is all that keeps us alive now. Can you tell me anything useful about this place? It might just be wishful thinking, but I guess that there is some way to get through those barriers blocking us. We tested them so many times. They only allow full-blooded demons to pass through them, except the barriers were here long before Arilu abandoned the lab, which means that she was able to walk through them somehow. Maybe she had a key that we can look for? Who knows? There's one more thing. I've heard the demons, the sentient ones, mention something called a lexicon of paradox. I don't know what it is, but they talked about it like it was an artifact of some kind, a relic. In other words, something valuable. So it's possible that it could help us get out of here. But I don't have the slightest idea what it is or where to look for it. Well, I'm not going to sit here and doing nothing. There's got to be a way out of this place. Let's see. Looking for a way out. We tried and tried and never found anything. Alright, so the exhausted elf. Nothing. What about the drowsy druid? Nope. Alright, talk to the angel. Tortured angel. The angel is surrounded by a powerful magical aura. Perhaps there is something in the laboratory that can destroy it. Well, obviously nothing here. To the heart of the laboratory. The fog enveloping you seems at once as thick as soup, yet almost transparent. Strange silhouettes emerge in the fog. You blink and you see someone standing next to you. Blink again, and there's no one there. Voices can be heard in the fog. Young and old, men and women, loud and barely audible. They say disconnected phrases, but not in unison. One voice may start a word, and then another voice finishes it. Closer, closer, come this way. With us you won't be alone. Why aren't you coming? We can't see you. Can't we see you? Who are you? Who are you? Alright, who are you? silence stretches out for a few moments. Who are we? Who am I? What are you doing to us? Why won't you open up? Wrong. Well, if I say who are you again, yeah, alright. Yeah, okay. Get out of the fog. Be gone, illusion. Power roils within you, bursting free, piercing through the eerie fog and hurtling forward to the source of it, and slams into it. You hear the howl of many voices. Then the fog dissipates and the voices subside. Greetings. Hello, Atrocious. And how are you today? Brother, is it going to be much longer? Feels like my whole body's asleep. One more minute, Trevor, and your torment will be over. How many years have I been asking you to sit for a portrait? 5? 10? The vision dissipates. Socio smiles sadly. It was just an illusion, but such a pleasant one. Quite frankly, I'm depressed. How are you? Could be better, but it could be worse. I don't think I'm depressed, so I guess I got that going. But, sorry to hear that. Anything in particular got you down, or are you just feeling down in the dumps? I consider my conversation with you more important than the gameplay, so I'll actually wait for you to type your response. Not just feeling I am down in the dumps. My life is a shipwreck right now. Holy shit. What happened? The worst I can claim is I'm feeling a little sick, but like I think I'm over the worst of it. Oh, actually, sorry. I forgot. I should actually preface this with: do not feel pressured to talk about it if you don't feel like it. I remember there was this one person who was real nosy, and it really ticked me off. So, like, if you don't feel like talking about it, like, don't feel like there's no pressure on my end. That'll do it. You didn't get caught in like shady shit, right? Like you're not dealing with the like like loan sharks. What was that? Do the conversation with Socio later. Okay. I will take the no, just some do rent I have to pay. Alright. Well, that's actually a relief. Other money issues. again, that means your life is not in immediate danger. Chances are you're just going to be like food problems are going to be a pain in the ass. Last time I was in that position, like ramen soup was my closest friend. It was a real pain in the ass. Honestly, thinking of spending the month, brothers, just to save up a little. If you have to. That's actually the biggest issue. Like, money's always an issue, but like, yeah, I've been in spots where it's like you don't have any money to splurge. Best of luck, and sadly, food is usually one of the first things people have to start like looking at when cutting expenses. It's like, good luck. If there's anything else you can do to cut your expenses, I guess go for that. You kind of need your phone you kind of need your phone up for work. So that's one thing. Alright, what was it? Alright, I'm going back to the game. What was that? Some kind of demonic attack. Demons are skilled at prying into our souls, you know? You don't have to look very deeply into mine. I can't help but think of my brother, especially in a terrible place like this. They simply extracted a dream, I suppose. My dearest wish. Ready to move on? Of course. We need to find the others. I don't like encountering illusions in a place like this. And not everyone has the fortitude to view them with clear eyes.
We march ahead.
See, Seele, how many times do I have to tell you, slow down? With you, it's always act first, think later. I'm not doing it on purpose, Simi, I swear. I know you're not doing it on purpose, I know. So now, let's try that move again. Seele's dark eyes are filled with tears. She blinks them away. Seele, are you alright? Everything was different for a moment. My life was different. As if Asimi, the paladin who died because of me, was still alive. She trained me, and we traveled all over. And so much happened. Seele grits her teeth. It was an illusion. Let's just drop it. The daring and noble Asimi was a paladin of Iomedae whose death inspired a young Seele to join ranks of the Knights of the Glorious Goddess. Seele honors her memory and treats her like her mentor, though they never once spoke while Asimi was alive. Are you ready to keep going? I'm always ready. Come this way with me. Won't be alone. Alright. Land. Course set for Pearl Bay. Heave anchor, raise the sails. If you want to eat your dinner under palm trees on solid ground, we better get a move on, lads. Aye aye, Captain Lion. Captain Lion. The illusion vanishes. Lan shakes his head in amazement. Then, with a mixture of shame and irritation, he bursts out, What the hell was that? Where'd it come from? Why? What was that? Lan frowns, then drops his head and mutters, My mom told me all kinds of stories when I was a kid. You know, about pirates and the like. One time, all three of us even played pirates together. Me, my mom, and my dad. I was the captain. Stupid, I know. Truth is, I've never even seen the sea. This place is foul, and the visions in it are foul too. Are you ready to move on? You bet I am. Land sighs a breath. Land breathes a sigh of relief. Oh, the horse is gone. My pretty doll, can I play with you? Sure, Ember. I have a dollhouse too. Want to see? Here, have a cookie my mom made. Will you come play with us tomorrow? Bring ribbon. We can put them in our daughter's hair. The illusion dissipates and Ember opens her eyes, looking dazed. Where'd they all go? Oh, they weren't real. That was a good dream. But it wasn't true. I think it was demon magic. I don't know why they showed me that. To make me sad? Demons are strange. Are you ready to move on? Yes, let's go. We have so much to do. And on we go. Your eyes, Mendel. I always see a light in them. Is that inner strength, or perhaps a spark of your soul? Share this with me. I want to possess you, to own you. The vision fades to black, and Arushale covers her face in horror. No, I don't want that. I don't want to want that. Such interesting fantasies you have. Please don't. I know I'm a monster. I pray that I can keep myself in check. It's just this place. It would wake the demon in anyone, even a mortal. Are you ready to move on? Yes, I'm almost certain that a demon is creating these illusions. A very strange and powerful demon. We have to find them. And that's everyone. Hey, the horse is back. Enemies in my home, I won't let you pass the threshold. Queen, I shall save you from this beast. The prey has fallen right into my lap. If I kill you, my name will be on everyone's lips.
Do not fear! Do not waver!
Let's see. Cast Cleansing Fire. You know what? Just shoot.
I will resist.
Actually,
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Prepare
shoot
yourself.
the Demodand.
Surrender or else.
Let's see. I don't really have anything for him to do. I never really cast Chains of Light. Guess I'll give it a shot. Okay. Beneath the top layer of the quivering red mass, you can make out the features of various demons. An eyeless Lilitu opens its mouth in a silent scream. A Panagi wriggles its multi-jointed limbs, broken tails and wings trembling. All of it is connected, fused into a single whole. And this whole twitches convulsively as you approach. You hear voices, the same ones that called to you in the fog. I wane, I dwindle, I gasp for breath. What are you? Now, nothing. You killed, ruined, but you, what are you? The voices are unleashed in a drawn-out shriek like a death cry. Alright, destroy the grotesque creature. Now you can be at peace. The voices in your head subside. The unpleasant sensation of an alien presence also disappears.
I will guide us.
Okay. Let's see. Knowledge Arcana 30.
Maybe I did something wrong here.
Nonsense. Totally impossible. Let's see. Alright, fine.
Godspeed.
Knowledge Arcana.
I did it. It happens sometimes.
Okay. This medley of flesh and limbs of various demons seems like a single organism, the result of some monstrous experiment. So there was a... Yeah. It was close, I think. Alright, save. And what is this? Before you is some kind of magical device. It looks old and broken. A large, oddly shaped crystal is wedged tightly into a slot in the device. Touch the crystal.
Day 4. Farast, 4632. Experiment, wounded demons. Subject, a Lilitu and several lesser demons maimed in battle with crusaders. The fusing of body parts of different life forms has been done many times before, and is of no interest to me. The focus of this experiment is the fusing of souls. Desired result, to preserve the specific abilities of the donor subjects in the final fused entity. The idea is promising, and may influence my other research.
Some days I really think I don't deserve to live, and I'm just wasting my breath. Oh shit, no. That is not a good way to think. Well, I think you deserve to live. Nobody needs me enough to pay me anything. What can you do? Well, no. stupid suture. He forgot. Dean forgot. We have abyss barriers in this place. Demons can cross them, but others can't. Clever. But you can get through if you have the key. Here, take it. Hope's wings. There's found. Okay. Atrocious, in regards to saying nobody needs you enough to pay you anything, you can always first you have to find what you can be paid to do. Like, let me see. If you're good at cooking, you can get paid to cook, or even just to be a prep cook. What, trash human? I don't.
Suffered enough.
Let's see. There's a lot of people who are willing to judge others and claim that they are or aren't trash. Personally, nobody's in a spot to actually be able to make that judgment. You say you're a trash human, but you haven't done anything evil to be considered trash.
We march ahead.
Let me see. Let me go back to see if I can save. I really do have the key. Yeah. Okay, here we go. The barrier surrounding the frozen angel shimmers disconcertingly. Okay, hold on. Let me save this before I screw this up. Alright. Knowledge Arcana. Examine the barrier. Discern about the barrier except it radiates danger. No, no. I want to find out what this barrier is. Also, yeah, no, like, I don't think you can really call the trash human thing as accurate. Honestly, well, wait, hold on. What kind of jobs, like, have you actually tried to get anyway? Is it like you just don't like the jobs you have available? Also, if you have a certain number of years under your belt, as far as work experience alone, you can start applying for manager jobs just because you have the work experience. Let me see. Examine the barrier. The barrier appears to have been created from the essence of the abyss and reinforced with spells repelling all living creatures not of this dark place. Destroy the barrier. You see a beautiful silver-haired woman whose face displays unusual, heavenly tranquility. Now you can get a good look at her wings. One looks strong and is covered in white feathers, just as you would expect of an angel, but the other wing it looks like a framework of mismatched bones, with a grimy purple substance stretched across instead of webbing. And it is covered in something akin to scabs or strange scales. The angel awakens and unexpectedly inclines her head in greeting. I do not know who you are, stranger, but thank you for freeing me. I am Targona, blade of Iomede's heavenly host. My captivity, though I was ignorant of it, lasted so long. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna put this in typing. I barely did any work in my entire life. I tried to apply for jobs left and right, small stuff like retail mostly. It's what I'm qualified for, but that never worked out for me. Wait, if you can do retail, that means you still have some good idea on the market. You could apply to be a retail officer for banks. Wait, no, I'm thinking of no, that's the wrong. No, I'm thinking of real estate, not retail. Actually, yeah, you can apply to be a cash. You can be one of the workers in a bank anyway. If you worked in retail, that means you had to handle money at one point or another. Any work experience with that means you can start applying for those. You could just go into the entry level spots and then work your way up. At first, it would start with just being able to help with the deposits, checks, and so on. Yeah, deposits, withdrawals, and checks. But eventually, you work being the guy everybody has to talk to behind those glass cubicles in order to get past all that, like any particularly hard deals, loans, and such. But if you already worked in retail, that means you showed that you're a trustworthy person with money. So you're good to go. Still. Worst case scenario, come on down to the States. There's plenty of jobs that nobody wants to do around here. Well, I can't say nobody, but few enough to where I know my job is still understaffed after months. So, and I know I'm not the only place in my state, let alone country, that has job locations that are struggling because we're low staffed. The fact that you are willing to work and that you're beating yourself up over the fact that you can't is actually a good testament to work ethic, or a desire to show you have work ethic. Right. How did you end up here? I was brought here from the brink of death. I had been fighting the Baylor Durazand alongside a troop of crusaders when we were struck by the Echo of Discari, a demon of terrifying power and cunning, and an old enemy of mine. All my comrades perished, and the two demons set upon me like predators savaging a bird. The Echo ripped off my wing and left me to die among the bodies of those I failed to protect. Baylor Durazand is a monster whose name Crusaders speak with a shiver. The powerful general of Discari's armies is bloodthirsty and fierce even by demon standards. In the heat of the battle, he'll cut down his own soldiers if they stand between him and his target. Such casualties hardly worry him much. Durazand alone is worth a whole legion of demons, and can slaughter an army of crusaders by himself. Alas, this is no figure of speech, but an actual historical event. Oh no, I am not trustworthy with money. That's why it never worked out for me. Let alone I can't handle stress with my depression. Having a sick mind makes everything twice to thrice as hard. Let's change the subject. Fun fact, Targona is not that tough in a fight. Well, I imagine she's not. She's been sealed away for so long. Alright. Oh, still. Seemed pretty great to me, man. Continue. Alright, and then she disappeared, the architect of the... and then she appeared, the architect of the world moon. The angel's gaze darkens. Sometimes I am amazed at the vast power, terrifying or benevolent, that can reside in a mortal. However, Arilu is no longer mortal. She brought me here, she treated me as much as she could, or as much as she deemed necessary. I can hardly remember those first days in the laboratory. Pain, strange magic, purple flames flickering around me. Arilu spent hours casting spells over me. I was chained the whole time, though I was too weak to fight or flee. There was nothing else for me to do but to talk to her, and to try to glimpse inside that black soul. I don't know what I hope to find in there. Perhaps the smallest glimmer of light, hope that all this could be remedied. All I saw was twilight, a veil of arrogance and secrets that Arilu used to keep herself separate from the world. Her thoughts were occupied by some grand experiment. I was of little interest by comparison. And when she had finished her work, she put me into a deep sleep, a healing sleep, she said. It was necessary to allow my new, abominable wing to settle in. I have been in that sleep until now. Yeah, but you'd expect a legendary being to last for more than 3 rounds. Better not. I have legendary abilities. Fuck that. I should be a mythic being. Like, I shouldn't have too much trouble with someone who's been sealed away and was forced out of a healing sleep and hasn't actually been able to fully heal. I should totally be able to take her down. Let me see. What grand experiment was Arilu planning when she captured you? She wanted to perfect her accursed wound, the second opening as she called it. The rift was to be larger and more stable, opening a road to Galarian from new abyssal realms. What shocked me was that she talked about the disastrous consequences of her plan with total equanimity. As though they were minor details that were but a distraction from the experiment itself. I also know that her experiment required a mortal soul, perhaps as a sacrifice in some dark rite that would siphon the mortal's life force and use it to for perverse ends. Damn. I heard, or rather pieced together from what I overheard, that the soul belonged to a child. Arilu, like many demons and demonic spellcasters, has the ability to wrest souls from their bodies and contain them in special vessels. The vessel containing that soul was delivered to the laboratory soon after I was brought here. Arilu was unusually distressed that day. She talked to me more than usual. That's when I learned the details of her plan. I was aghast when I realized that she was discussing the soul of a child. A soul which she likely wished to sacrifice. I cannot describe the horror I felt. What's wrong with your wing? It is the work of Arilu. The wing is fully functional. Its creator isn't known as the architect for nothing, but it frightens me. There is more of the abyss in this wing than in the eyes of an enraged Baylor. My lady, I am but a humble cleric, and it is likely beyond my powers to heal the heinous injury that was done to you. But I could not look at how they desecrated your perfect beauty and not say something. Please allow me to at least try to repair it. The angel only smiles sadly in response. You have a pure heart and good intentions. But what was done to me is beyond the power of even angels to undo. Huh? Wait, that's vital information for a specific ending. I don't remember the guide mentioning this. Wait, what's important information? The wing? The special vessel? Alright, well, tell me which one of this thing was supposed to be important information. Alright. Finian's voice trembles. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry this happened to her. It's terrible. She should never have been. No living creature should ever be treated like that. Why didn't you get out of here or summon the warriors of heaven to help you? Even the goddess cannot hear me within these walls. This place, it belongs to the abyss, not the material plane. I could not call for help, only pray for a miracle. Perhaps your arrival is the answer to that prayer. I know what it's like being cut off from everything you know, from everything that makes you who you are, whispers Arushale, the soul information. Alright. That she used a child's soul. Oh. Alright. Let's see. The angel's gaze stops on the succubus and flames blaze up in her eyes. Demon, weren't you one of my captors? The succubus instinctively bares her teeth in response and hisses threateningly. Her claws grow long and suddenly you see the old Arushale, the fearsome demon of the abyss. Stop it. Don't even think of hurting each other. The elf girl's words diffuse the tense atmosphere like cold water thrown on a fire. Forgive me. I spent too long slumbering and my self-control is diminished. I should not have been so hasty to deem your companion an enemy. Can you tell me anything about this place? I only know a little. Aurilu once let it slip that this refuge is where she wrote the Lexicon of Paradox, the book of dark magic containing the secret to the world wound's creation. That means this place is older than the wound itself. Aurilu must have created it, at least part of it, before her great atrocity. I was astonished at the strange way she seemed to speak of this laboratory. It was as if she despised this place, yet she tried not to show it. There was a moment when I wondered if this hatred was a sign of her contrition, but I was mistaken. Aurilu Vorlesh is incapable of feeling contrite, even for a heartbeat. She is like a tempest hurtling forward and sweeping aside everything in its path. And naturally, I choose the good angel path. I came here for you, Targona. The hand of the inheritor and I were able to find you. The angel's eyes brighten. Then I have not been forgotten. I have so much I want to ask you, but that can wait. First, we must find a way out of this dungeon of grief. I have to go. I need to find a way out of here. May the power of heaven go with you. If only I could help, but my strength has been drained.
Together we stand.
My prayers have been answered. Are you looking for the way out? We've been waiting here for years, and we're still waiting. Indecipherable mumbling. Alright.
Godspeed.
Alright. Let's try to go. Save. Alright. Nothing happened. Actually, wait. Instead of going here, I can go to the old wing and all those other doors that were locked behind those mists. Before finishing up here. Let me see. Was there anywhere else that was covered by a mist? Nope. The old wing it is. We're gonna...
Let us press on.
Right here. There's a mist right here, and I believe somewhere else in here.
We march ahead.
Yeah, you want to go to the old wing route there. To mention an elven note. I found like 2 elven notes in here already. But yeah, what's one more? Might as well. I gotta wait for the whole party to catch up for any undue traps. Loot! Oh, this ain't good loot. The best loot I found was that kukri that has like 3 elements attached to it. Okay. Experiment. Transformation crystal. Rita Vorlesh used these and other similar crystals to keep a lab journal and record notes on her experiments. A pair of symbols fastened at the bottom of the crystal indicates what precisely has been recorded in the crystal.
Our path leads on.
Oh, what? So this is the exit?
I will guide us.
Okay. A red book lies in the center of the room, beneath the title in large letters. You found the 2? There's not anymore. Not the second one's in the wing. No, it was in the old wing. It's just, it's before these hit the purple mist doors. Alright, beneath the title in large letters, Lexicon of Paradox, are lines of text written in hasty bold script. The shimmering purple haze rises from the pages. You are about to step over the threshold when the haze glows brighter. The power within you responds, roiling in agitation, but you feel no sense of danger. Rather, it's as though you are experiencing a chemical reaction to this unknown phenomenon. Look around. You are distracted by a rustling sound of the heavy thud of ungainly footsteps. The dretch looks decidedly pitiful up close, without the crude stitching that crisscrosses his skin. It seems his body would simply fall to pieces.
So you made it to our treasure trove. Why not take a treasure for yourself? This is knowledge and power. Right now it's nothing, but it will become what you want it to be.
The demon's voice is laden with strange yearning. He looks at the purple shimmer and can't take his eyes off it for several seconds. First, you will answer my questions, demon.
Go and ask them then. I don't have all day.
I see a book, but you're talking about some kind of power. What does that mean?
This book is an old notebook for recording experiments. The power is the result of one of those experiments. My lady decided to bind it to the pages for some reason. It's the ultimate convergence of theory and practice, savvy? She gave a lot to learn how to cultivate and strengthen souls, and this is the result.
You're just going to give this power to me?
As if one mutilated dredge could stop you. That's not it. My lady knew that sooner or later, someone would come for the book. She told me not to interfere. She doesn't tell me her reasons. She said to come here and wait to make sure that the gift finds its owner. That's what I've done. She also told me not to hide from whoever comes. So I haven't.
What experiments are mentioned in the book?
All of them. Rifts, mythic powers, planar magic, transformation, hibernation. All them things that I obviously know a lot about. You've seen the lab, of course. I also know that the book contains everything about her work on the world wound. It's a pity. The book's looking worse for wear. Who knows what notes are still left inside?
Tell me about Canabras and your transformation into a halfling. I want details.
You're a shrewd one, aren't you? Nothing gets past you, does it? He wants details, he says. I was disguised as a halfling, yes. Did I have to drag your body to the Crusaders? I did. Did I then have to slip you a weapon? I did. Do you think I'd have managed all that if I'd been gallivanting around Canabras in my own skin? As to the purpose of the whole performance, don't ask me. I know nothing. My lady don't bother sharing such details with me.
I found out everything I want to know.
That's good. That's good indeed. Knowledge leads to progress, eh?
I tell you to refuse to take this abomination, but I already know that you're not gonna take it. You're not gonna take it, right?
And looks at you in agitation.
I would have said that people don't go around handing out gifts like this for no reason. Especially not Arilu, if she is the one behind this, but I think I should keep out of this decision. It feels like the fate of Galarian might hinge on this, or something like that. You decide, and I'll accept your decision. Whatever it is.
I'm taking the damn book. Just wanted to ask questions first for all the dialogue. I must... Good. Take the book. I must learn the secrets of those responsible for the world wound so I can defeat them. Alright. Let's see. Your fingers barely graze the book when the purple glow flares brightly and a series of inscriptions, diagrams, and sketches flash by, imprinting themselves in your memory, as if you've always known them. Power fills you, just as wrathful and overwhelming as in the battle for the Wardstone, or the moment you acquired the Sword of Valor. Looks kind of paradox. On the nature of rifts, I should actually read this. That which we call a rift is in fact close to the complete opposite, a suture or a tie. It is the place where two planes are stitched together, enmeshed to the point of merging. Two types of rifts are encountered on the borders of the Worldwound: short-term natural rifts and stable engineered rifts. The latter allow entire armies to pass freely between the Abyss and Galarian. They were created at points where the fabric of reality formed a specific type of fold, where the material plane was closest to the Abyss. More information about these folds of reality in former Sarkoris can be found in the Temple of Stone manuscripts in the ruined city of Iz. Some of my own notes are also held there. I shall only make passing reference to them here. At the moment of writing, 5 of these folds have been identified. The most significant one was located near the Threshold Fortress, and it was that which made the World Wound possible. The second most significant rift, the Maiming of Iz, marks the ruins of the famous city. The third rift, the Gates of Midnight, is hidden in the Midnight Fane. The fourth, the Harrowing, leads to my personal laboratory. And finally, the fifth, the Blood of Pelora, is located near the Sarkorian Shrine. All of the rifts within the parameter of the world of the wound function as a single system. In a way, they are like a single entity or offshoots from a single root. This means that closing them separately is impossible. They will disappear only when the source is uprooted. The main rift, that which some call the last threshold, although it is in fact the true and original world wound. The wound cannot be closed using ordinary methods. The very manner in which it was opened protects it from interference. The only means of closing it requires. This is the last surviving page of a book that has been ripped in two. All the other pages are missing.
Discari's here. Discari himself. Blimey! One minute we had a dragon, the next, bam, she was gone. What are you gonna do? Fight or flee? If fleeing's your plan, let me help you out. I've got a scroll here with a good protective spell.
The halfling's armor is splashed with blood. He is armed to the teeth with a sword, a blade, and a hatchet on his belt, and a crossbow on his back. His voice sounds familiar to you. Right, care to lend me a weapon? I'll try to fight the demons.
Sure thing. Here, take this. Best crossbow I've got. The person who made it said it could pierce the hide of a demon lord even.
The halfling holds out the crossbow.
Good luck! Try not to get eaten now!
The halfling's words are drowned out by a terrible rumbling and the rustling of countless tiny wings.
Yes, very good. A dose of bravery or a bit of honor. It could be nothing else. Or perhaps his instincts are hinting.
Bravery. You risk taking a weapon from a stranger's hands and giving battle to Discari himself.
Milady, this creature is about to die. Shouldn't you... That's it. I've done as she asked. Now I can return to my lady.
The suture looks at you with a strange expression. Envy, sorrow, yearning, understanding? You can't be sure. Why did Aurilu need someone to shoot Discari back in Canabras?
She needed to spill his blood. The blood of a demon lord is a powerful thing and very useful, you see. It's a priceless reagent. You can make so many things out of it. A wondrous blade, for example, that can turn even a wardstone to dust.
Don't move. You will answer my questions, demon.
Go and ask them then. I don't have all day.
Oh, I already asked all these.
This book has it all up. You're a shrewd
Yep.
one, aren't you?
That's
good.
it.
That's good indeed.
Alright,
Which leads to progress, eh?
let's see. Go and tell Arilu I'm tired of her riddles. Go and tell Arilu thank you for the gift. You can go, but let your mistress know that I will come for her sooner or later. It's good. Go and tell Arilu thank you for the gift.
I will. Farewell.
Right. Go over here. Every last object in this spacious chamber seems to frum with secrets and formidable power. This appears to be the heart of the laboratory. The rift. So what's this? Strange device with a sought-for crystal awaits your next move. Place the experiment transformation crystal in the socket.
Day 28. Cullis Drill. 4606. Experiment. Transformation. Subject. Arilu Vorlesh. Human female with a clear affinity for arcane magic. Objective: to fuse a mortal soul with the essence of the abyss. Predicted result: the formation of a full-fledged half-demon on the basis of a mortal being. Potential risks: unknown. The death of the subject is extremely likely. I will continue to monitor the experiment for as long as I can.
Alright. Place the experiment to suture crystal in the socket.
Day 20. Farast 4606. Experiment: the suture. Subject: former Arachne subjected to extreme exposure when passing through the world wound. As a result of this exposure, the demon was reborn as a Dretch, a unique event in demonology. The reborn demon also acquired serious malformations, which did not respond to standard treatment methods. Objective: to assess the threat to other demons to stabilize passage through the world wound. The survival of the subject is also desirable for the purposes of further observation.
The secret of great sorcery.
Well, well, it seems that someone has been meddling with my projector without permission. Again. How many times have I told you not to do that, I made this recording for the sole purpose of telling you that when I return, I shall be very, very angry.
Huh. That one's a little out of character. All right. Buckler. Buckler of Ray Negation. +5 AC against ranged touch attacks. Now the magical retribution shield's better. If I open the rift, I think I would be out of here. Note fragment from Aurilu's laboratory. Mendel, send me. Nora the historian emerges with an unexpected suggestion from behind the commander's back. This is just the sort of situation where ingenuity and knowledge of the enemy will be more useful than swords and armor. While she speaks, he thinks, I need to prove myself.
Our path leads on.
And the lock has been battered by someone's desperate efforts to open it, but the door is sealed shut. Alright.
I will guide us.
There's gotta be a way in. Alright. Let's see. There's another path here, right? Alright.
Let us press on.
Anything? Nope. Right. And in here. It's playing that soundtrack that lets me know something bad's about to happen. So we're gonna actually start with leveling up.
Please, allow me.
Alright, mythic path. Go up. Gain the deadly aim mythic ability.
Soot is restless. I wonder why.
Alright. Spell focus mythic. I guess.
Always be ready for the worst.
Okay. We have a mythic path ability. Oh, right. I actually choose his. What the hell do I pick? Distracting shots. Right, so it's a mythic feat. Suppose I can choose anything. Flawless attacks. And choose improve critical. What does he already have? Cleaving, deadly aim. Point blank shot mythic. Just it increases the attack and damage by 2, which isn't bad. Weapon focus, weapon specialization. These are all good. Double bonuses. It's like when you have too many good options. Alright, I'll choose improve critical. Oh wait. Your critical multiplier for the chosen weapons increased by 1. No, that means the weapon would hit for ×4 instead of ×3. That doesn't increase the crit range. Let's see. I don't know. Let's exit. What does Lan already have as far as his regular feats go? He's got weapon focus, weapon specialization. Okay. Point blank master. Point blank shot. Let me see. This class rank it up again. I honestly don't know. I'll take a suggestion. Alright. You know what? It's fine. This doubles it. I can appreciate the ability to double my bonuses, but I don't have, like, he won't get greater weapon focus, so these are kind of a trap for him. So I guess I'll choose point blank mask or the point blank shot mythic. Just get another flat +2 bonus on both attack and damage rolls.
A bright future awaits us.
Alright, see the let's see, shield focus and your shield bonus. That's to touch AC. Weapon focus mech. I don't know. Launch mythic. Attacks. I honestly don't know. Fuck. This is probably the one spot I take the most time to figure out. Alright, got the mythical beast, the mythic charge. Let's see. I guess I'll just get shield focus. Yeah. Here we go.
I will lend you my aid.
Grand. Alright, Socio, what you get? Toughness. And damage reduction 10 epic. Sure. Whatever. Alright. Last one.
I stand ready.
Mendel. Got the mythic abilities. Naturally, we choose the angel. He also gets the, unlike everyone else, he gets an extra on top of that, which is the improved sword of heaven. The angel is a mighty champion of good who sets a shining example for the crusaders, smiting demons with a sword of holy flame. Those who fight alongside the angel can be certain that they will be protected, healed, and even resurrected in the event of their untimely demise. On my end, I'm finishing up the Lost Chapel again. Alright. So, what mythic path are you... You're still going demon, right? Did you actually go with the whole stealthing thing to save a lot of people? I honestly didn't. So what does the improved Sword of Heaven do? Second, fourth, eighth rank. An angel can select an improvement to the Sword of Heaven ability. It's available at 8th and 10th ranks, are significantly more powerful. Cool. Right now, I'm stuck trying to figure out what I'm gonna do here. Sorceress Reflex. Finish. Can cast the first spell after initiative as a swift action. That spell is either first level or at least 2 levels lower than the maximum level of spells you can cast. Cool. Mythic Channeling. Let's see. Here increased by a number of points equal to twice your charisma modifier. No thanks. Flawless attack. I can move without. Expanded Arsenal. Magic School. No thanks. Let's see. I considered Devil for a split second, but I really want to see Demon through. Good luck. Alright. On my end, though, I think I figured out I'm gonna go for Spell Penetration. It would really suck to cast all these explosive, powerful spells and then they just fizzle and do nothing. Add half your mythic rank to caster level checks to overcome spell resistance. If you have greater spell penetration, which I do, I think, add your full mythic rank instead. Let me double check that. Do I have...
Our time has come.
Do I have greater spell penetration? Yes, I do. Alright. Wake up. Alright. Angel. Spell penetration mythic. And then I choose an upgrade to the sword. Abolish disease. Weapons of an angel become the bane to all diseases. A creature wielding them becomes immune to diseases. Healing spells cast by a creature now remove all diseases. Let's see. Remove fatigued, exhausted, sickened, and nauseated conditions. Creatures that apply disease on attacks or are otherwise closely linked to diseases suffer an additional 50% to them all from the wielder. As great as that is, I kind of don't need it with the purifier. Abolish guile. Bane of all guile. A creature wielding them becomes immune to compulsion effects. Maybe. And then healing spells. Now remove all mind effects. Okay. Abolish poison. Similar. Abolish undeath. Now removes paralysis and negative levels. I might pick that. Bestow the divine. Angel can now imbue weapons of others with the same holy power. Can still imbue weapons of only one creature. Oh. Everlasting Flame. The Sword of Heaven now lasts for 1 minute per mythic rank. Well, that's better than lasting for 1 turn. Guide of the Faithful. Attacks with the imbued weapon are now marked Now mark the target for 1 minute. Let's see, minus 40 on stealth. Okay, no. Additional damage and healing from Sword of Heaven are now maximized. We'll go for the Everlasting Flame. Having it last for more than, what was it? How long did it last before? Imbue their weapon with holy power. Subdue an additional 2d6. Yeah, it doesn't tell me. I'd have to assume it only lasts for one attack. So, Everlasting Flame it is. And then 2 more first level spells. Way to go. I don't think it would matter. Firebelly and what else is there? I now have 8th level spells. Avenger's Blessing. This spell targets an ally in close range. The target gains the combined effect of Divine Power, Holy Aura, and Greater Heroism spells for 1 round per caster. Gale of Life. This spell works as Breath of Life but affects all allies in a 20-foot radius. Solar Chains. A creature targeted by this spell is held immobile by glowing golden chains composed of pure sunlight for a number of rounds equal to your caster level. The creature is paralyzed, held in place, and dealt 4d6 damage plus 1 per caster level every round. It may attempt a new save each turn. Okay. Alright. Damage. If the saving throw is successful, the target is staggered for 1 round and is dealt the same amount of damage, not even half it. Storm of Justice. This spell functions like Bolt of Justice, except it affects multiple creatures. Beautiful. As a reminder, Bolt of Justice. See, 1d6 per caster level, reflex save, or become prone. If evil, it's a 1d8 per caster level. Let's see. They become prone. If they're evil, they become prone, suffer a -2 penalty to armor class, attack rolls, and saving throws. If it's the evil outsider, it's or undead, it's 1d10 per caster level. And the penalties are double. And if the target's a demon lord, an evil dragon, or a lord of undead, powerful undead creatures like liches, undead dragons, nightshades, and similar, the spell instead deals 1d12 damage. Oh man, it just gets better. Alright. What spell do I grab here? It kinda doesn't matter. We got Firebelly and I don't know. I don't want to get Ray spells because my deck sucks, so I guess I'll get Unbreakable Heart. What does this do again? +4 on saving throws against negative emotion effects. I guess. There you go. Let's see. 2nd level spell. hold person? I guess. A 3rd level spell now. Is it just giving me one of everything? Well, remove disease, I guess. No. Remove blindness. I can already remove diseases with the purifier. I think remove blindness is the one I can't do right now. Alright, 4th level spell for free. Unholy. No, I already have Holy Smite. What else should I go for? Hoarder's Wrath. Premium Movement. Death Ward, maybe. I guess Death Ward. Shield of Venom. Or Shield of Dawn, I mean. Yeah. Either Shield, that or Death Crusader's Edge. Let's see. Cast spell on melee weapon, primary hand. We have a holy weapon, gain the Bane quality against evil outsiders. Whenever you score a critical hit against an outsider with evil subtype, you not only deal normal critical damage and the weapon, but also nauseate the outsider for 1d3 rounds. So I can reduce this condition to sicken for 1 round with a successful fort save. That's still really good though. I guess we'll get Crusader's Edge. Oh no, I really did put off protection from energy for a while. I should probably get that now. Nah. I'll get Death Ward instead. Death Ward's fine. Let's see what else we got. We got a 5th level spell. What 5th level spells do I already have? Okay. Not much. You can get Raised Dead, but that's kind of easy. Vine Trap. Don't really have much I would get here. Cleanse? No. Sharpen weapon. What's Life Bubble do? Let's see. Makes them immune to health. It's okay. Spell resistance, summon large elemental. I honestly don't know. This is kind of bad. What am I gonna get? Angelic Aspect? No. Break Enchantment, maybe? What to grab? What to grab? Bane Nimbus. Sounds like a bad spell for me to grab. Sacred Nimbus. Oh wait, this is personal. It's from a golden light. Any evil creature striking you with unarmed attacks, natural weapons, and deals normal damage. But at the same time, they take 1d6 plus casting level's damage. Creatures wielding melee weapons with reach are not subjected to this. Spell resistance applies. If you take, you also take half damage from magical attacks with the evil descriptor. Whoop, way to go. That doesn't mean much. See, cleanse. It only works for you. He already has something like that. Disrupting weapon. I honestly don't know what specifically I should get, so I'm just gonna choose the safe bet and choose Raise Dead. Like, a lot of these seem like good spells, so technically I can grab whatever and I'm still not making a wrong choice. Alright, 6th level spells. Last time I looked at 6th level spells, I went ahead and got Inspiring Recovery. I'll get Eagle Soul this time. I think that's fine. Maybe. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's save, find out what happens. Next time, I have to go. My job did wind up calling me to come back into, asking me to come back into work later tonight. And that time is now if I want to get there in time. Alright everyone, thank you for joining me on this run of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Hopefully we'll be finishing up this trip inside Rilu's laboratory for next time. Thank you all for coming by. Hope to see you all tomorrow. And until then, please, take care. Oh, and Troceus, good luck with everything, man. Make sure, like, send me a DM on Discord, preferably on the Kenshi one, so I'll be able to respond while on the phone.